Good evening and welcome to the Suggestion Box, your weekly source of live improv entertainment in Southern California. Featuring your stars, Dylan White, Denny Siegel, Tom Carrozza, Jane Brucker, Danny Roque, and guest starring Danny St. Germain. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your host, the nation's #1 murder hornet exterminator, Mr. Paul Carganilla.
I see murder hornets, and I punch them in the mouth so hard it's lethal. Welcome everybody to the Suggestion Box. This is our 5th episode, and if I look like I'm hearing an echo, that's because I am. And sometimes you just gotta get through that. Am I right? But I just like to remind everyone who's watching at home to tell your friends that this is happening. We're on for the next hour. And I would like to remind anyone who's at home getting ready to be in the show to please mute any window open that has YouTube open. Let me know too if you hear that at home or if it's just me, because I'll fight through it. I'll battle through.
Oh, we all hear it.
All right, so somebody's still got... No, I mean, everyone else is muted. Hey, Sam, mute yourself real quick.
Okay.
We're live. There it goes. Now the echo's gone. Thank you, Sam. It happens to all of us. Welcome, everybody, to the Suggestion Box episode 5 today, on a day that we will always remember. The tragedy, the heroic acts, the sacrifices. We will always honor them in that memory. But tonight, let's have some fun and escape that world for just a little bit with some fun improv comedy, entertainment. It's time for an hour of good times. So let the good times roll! Ladies and gentlemen, Sam gave you our cast for the night. If you would like to support our cast with a pay what you can ticket to the show, we have virtual tip jars for our cast. Anything you throw into those Venmo or PayPals will get distributed amongst the cast, and as a big thank you for the entertainment here tonight. These are all top-notch, as you will see if you have not yet. Top-level entertainers, improvisational comedians. And I'm so happy that they've chosen to spend their Friday nights with us here on the Vaudacity Network. Go ahead and toss it in those tip jars at Online Variety Show on Venmo and PayPal. With that, without further ado, we're going to get started. Our first game is called Swipe Left. Yep, that's right. It's not our usual warm-up game. It's a brand new game. Swipe Left. This is the first game it's ever been played, not just by us, but ever, ladies and gentlemen. Ever. This game was developed by our Vaudacity Improv players, our VIPs, and so they're going to take turns being on a dating app. They have no idea who they are. As they swipe through the profiles, they'll get hints from the people who are trying to date them. So I am going to give these players their characters or occupations or quirks or famous...
Oh, it's just you and me, pal.
Figures as we go.
Oh, damn it. Oh, great.
That's right, because...
The hot preggers is here.
Oh, that's a great reminder. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us as a guest on the show tonight, give it up for Dani, Kerry, St. Germain.
Hello. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
As are we all.
She's got a big old bump and she just can't hide it.
On the Suggestion Box. And we're so happy to have her. All right, so from here on out, for the rest of the show, whenever Paul says our next game is, and says the title of the name, if you're in that game, turn on your camera and your microphone.
We came on
too early, didn't we?
No?
A little late, I believe. A little late.
Oh, okay.
But we're missing Jane. Where did Jane go?
She might be on a real date. It is Friday.
There she is. All right, Sam, if we can reload that one more time. There we go. Now we are all set. Give it up for Sam Miklich at home, our technician behind the scenes, behind the curtain, making all these beautiful graphics and layouts for us. All right, let's begin our first round of Swipe Left. Our first dater is going to be Dylan. So Dylan, take out those headphones. We'll wave you in when it's time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dylan is going to be Charlie Brown. Dylan is Charlie Brown.
Bless whoever sent that in.
All right, Friday night, I need something to do. I need someone to do. Let's see, swipe left.
I'd like to do it with you on top of a little tiny wooden house.
Swipe left.
I would share my blanket with you anytime.
Swipe left.
Wah, 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 wah.
Swipe left.
I love holding on to the football.
Swipe left.
I hope you're the kind of girl to help me clean out my pig pen.
Swipe left.
I think that's all you
The
get.
good news is a zigzag on a shirt doesn't throw me into any kind of a seizure.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know what? I'm gonna swipe right because it's about time Charlie Brown got a date.
I won.
All right, our next dater is Denny Siegel. Denny, take off those earphones, earmuffs. Denny is Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Denny!
She's not even looking. Gotta take out your earphones.
Oh my
Looking
God.
around my apartment.
It only takes a second.
Gonna be a long
Wow,
show.
I am so excited to be in the AARP's new dating app for people at the extremely low end of the spectrum of age that you have to. Okay, let's see my first ad. Oh, nobody's here yet. Let me see.
Oh, is it me? I think it's me. All right. Well, I think we should just blow this place.
I love dating women, but don't you dare try to borrow my shoes.
Oh, swipe left, swipe left.
Yeah, I like storm chasing. Sounds like you might be into that too.
Swipe left.
Oh, I'm in for a good time or a bad time. Is it good or bad?
Swipe left.
I hope I have the courage to go on a date with somebody that I never met before.
Swipe left.
Oh, you'd only have to have a brain to go out. I'd only have to have a brain to go out with you.
Well, I guess because I'm Dorothy, everybody wants to go out with me. You can find me at the end of the yellow brick pavement road. Okay.
You found love in Munchkin Land. Next up, it's Tom. Tom, go ahead and take off those headphones. This should only take a second. Tom is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tom is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow, it's autumn and I am feeling so romantic. Wow, I want to see who's on this new dating app. Swipe left.
Oh.
I would mind if I was just going to work for you or have your baby.
I love a big. Oh, sorry.
Swipe left.
I love a big, strong man.
Swipe left.
Do I have to drive to your house or will you just pick me up?
Swipe left.
Oh, you know what? I almost didn't post today because I was afraid that I had a tumor, but guess what? It is not a tumor.
Swipe left.
You'll remember everything about our date when you have total recall.
Swipe right because I'm an ambulance driver. What was I?
You're Schwarzenegger!
I'm a governess. I'm an
That's a
athlete.
super famous line that I couldn't think of.
Go,
I'll be back. I was about to use the I'll be back.
go on a date!
about to
Go
get
on a
that
date now!
Oh, that
Get
would've
into my
been-
chopper!
Oh, that would have been helpful, Dylan. Thanks. Save it for after. Who's next, Paul?
Dater is Jane. Jane is Princess Ariel. Jane is Princess Ariel.
From what? Wait. What is that? From
From Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I hope you're saving some of these good ones for me up here, that I could actually do. I'm sweating.
Ooh, swipe left.
You sound like you might like a little calypso. I would be up for that.
Swipe left.
I'm just here looking for a little tail.
Swipe left.
I do
Let me-
not
let-
eat fish.
Swipe left.
Let me show you my dingle hopper.
Swipe left.
So, how long can you hold your breath?
Oh, just a minute. I'm going to swipe right there. I'm going to go slip into something more comfortable, like some scales, because I'm the little mermaid.
Yay!
Oh,
That
she
is
was
right.
good at that. Darn
She's
it.
gonna be part of your world, Danny.
Hey.
And Danny, go ahead and unplug. Danny unplugs.
Which one?
Okay.
Which Danny?
Danny Roque. Danny Roque.
It's gonna be a confusing
Okay, I
night.
gotta turn my volume down. I gotta, because my earphones are being funky, so I turn all the way down. Hold on.
All right. He's probably ready.
All right. Okay. So Danny Roque is a taxi driver. He's
How's he going to know when to come back when he covers up the camera?
right? King of technology. Come back.
I am back.
Oh,
Well, sometimes I don't get picked first on these things, and that isn't fair. It isn't fair.
Swipe left.
Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Because I'm looking at you.
Swipe left.
I prefer to go right through Brooklyn. All right. You mind?
Swipe left.
You know,
I don't
there's-
want anybody keeping time clocks on our date.
Swipe left.
You know, there's something about the back of your neck that I find intriguing.
Well, I'm gonna swipe right before I have to call the cops because I believe I'm a taxi cab driver.
Hey, everybody did this but me. I failed. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our players in that brand new game. Swipe left.
Denny, didn't Denny get hurt?
Dan-
Oh.
I didn't go.
Oh, you're
Danny
the one
hasn't
that-
gone.
Danny didn't go.
And as an encore for this game, Danny's gonna
I'm
find
the special
love.
guest. Okay.
Danny is going to find love as God. Danny is actually God.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Let's see who we're going out with tonight.
I'm kind of.
There's an order.
Oh, is there?
I don't know. Well, anyway, it's you know, I have this whole day set aside. You know, I'm just gonna rest if you don't mind.
Swipe left.
If
Oh.
this date goes well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be screaming your name by the end of it.
Swipe left.
I guess you'll be making all the rules tonight, huh?
Swipe left.
You know, I've never dated before. There was never anybody before you. Yeah.
Swipe left.
I just don't want to make you cross.
Swipe left.
I was wondering if you could sign the big book for me.
Swipe right. Because I'm God.
Yay!
Hey,
Oh God.
Whew. You mean you?
Oh, my
me.
you.
Oh, me.
Oh, my you, Danny Kerry.
Wow, I didn't get that until Big Book, so thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Ah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a brand new game developed by our very own Vaudacity Improv players. Give it up for our players and swipe left! And for our next
I
game.
feel compelled. You're being very generous, but I feel compelled to throw special credit to Dylan White. Dylan White! That was Dylan White, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. For our next game, we're going to play. Oh my goodness. This is just a mess. What it says on the screen is not what it's. Okay. It's a different order than I had. Very good. We're going to play a game called He Said, She Said. And as we do, I'm going to find. Wow, this is all broke. We're all broke tonight. I'm going to make it
You
up.
want me to just
So,
jump in?
Yeah, Denny, tell us what this game's about.
We don't need much. We just need basically each actor can speak their own lines, but they have to narrate the actions of the other actor. And since we're on Zoom, some of it you'll be able to see, some of it you might have to imagine. And I think all that we need for Mr. Paul to pull out of his magic box
All
is,
we need is a location. Give us a location and we'll hop into this he said, she said scene. It's our first time playing this on the Vaudacity network, but it's our first time also looking at the chat over here. So give us a location in the chat. I want to pick the first one. First one is Denny's. Thank you, Dari, all the way out there in Simi Valley, California. We're in Denny's.
I'm surprised you agreed to see me.
Well, she said as she reached for her knife to cut her pancakes. Well, I know it's been a while, but you've been on my mind.
He said, pretending to reach for a sugar packet and accidentally brushing her hand. Oh, still a 2 sugar a day man, I see.
She said as she batted her new fake eyelashes in his direction. Well, I am, but nothing's as sweet as you.
He said, inching his chair forward and almost knocking over the waitress. How are things going with your wife?
She said as she looked up with that inquisitive blink she had. My wife is no longer living in my house, he said, He said, victoriously jumping up and accidentally backhanding the same server he had just knocked over. What do you mean you finally broke up? She said, knocking over the milk with her excitement. Well, if you call her moving out with the gardener breaking up, I guess so.
He said, sopping up the milk from her cleavage. Wait. After all this, she left you?
She said, spitting pancake halfway across the table. Well, I guess she was tired of my foolishness and the fact that I had gambled away all of our money.
He said, popping a breath mint and hoping for the best. Wow. You know, when I decided to invite you out for Valentine's Day, I really thought maybe you would have gotten over your gambling and manned up to leave your wife.
She said, slamming the silverware down so hard other tables stared. Well, I wanted to see you for sure. Plus, I heard you won the lottery.
He said, wiggling his eyebrows in what he thought was a seductive move. You haven't changed at all. Not only am I not going to share my lottery winnings with you, I'm not going to pick up the tab for breakfast.
She said, standing up and grabbing her purse. But if you don't pay for breakfast, we're going to have to dash and dine.
He said, reaching out and grabbing her ankle like a lost puppy. I'll pay for my breakfast. You can wash dishes.
She said, throwing money on the table and kicking him free. But I really, really like you.
He said, drooling a bit and crawling across the diner floor as she fled for the exit. I've got one thing to say to you, Paul. Unhappy Valentine's Day.
She said as she slammed the door and stomped to her car.
Dani was Paul, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're okay, Jamie.
I didn't even realize I said Paul.
I was really.
Jamie and I have not even been talking. What are you even talking about, pancakes?
She didn't want you to confuse me with the other Dani tonight. So.
All right. Give it up for Denny and Dani. Love that game. First time we played it.
It's new, yeah.
Games.
Isn't
Let's
it
do it
fun?
again. Let's do it again. Our next game.
job, Denny.
Next game is called Hot Topics. This is the game where Tom is playing a talk show host, and he's going to be discussing hot topics with a panel of experts. So for this, we need occupations or hobbies, people who have areas of expertise. Give us 3 areas of expertise people might have. 3 things people might be experts in. There we go. I got there. And our panel here is going to discuss them. And Bob's your uncle. I'm so good at reading scripts. All right, so we've got one. Looks like Jane is going to be an alien expert. She's an expert of aliens. Dylan's going to be an expert in fishing. And Dani Roque is going to be an expert in phlegm and clearing your throat with your mic on. No, I'm joking. Dani is going to be an expert in hunting. So what did I just say here? Jane aliens, Denny fishing, Dani hunting.
Dylan fishing, but yeah.
Sorry, Dylan fishing, Dani hunting.
Oh, I get it. I say your name, so now you say my name.
There's a lot of Danis on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hot Topics. Here's your host, Tom, the Italian hearse, Carrozza.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Night Think, the show that talks about pros and cons of today's hot topics, brought to you by Hot Pockets. I'm your host, Lincoln Tunnel, and we have 3 panelists that I've not met yet. They've been randomly chosen from the Vaudacity People Finder. So let's find out together who they are, starting with panelist number 1. Hello, who are you, and what do you do? Ma'am?
All right. Well, my name is Jenny Midwest, and I'm from Idaho. And I recently got back from a little trip, and boy, is my behind tired.
Where'd you go? What'd you do? Tell us.
Well, I kind of thought it would be Mars. Turned out to be Jupiter after all, I think, according to the costume, the outfits, and the number of eyes.
Oh, interesting. Well, very interesting. Panelist number 2, who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Eddie Trout. I have a show on the Learning Channel called A Fine Line, all about the line between fishing and sitting in a boat looking like an idiot.
Now, you brought one of your fish with you. Hold it up for the camera.
Oh, sure. I got one of these. It's
You
not
got
quite
one?
dead yet. It's freshly caught.
Well, congratulations there. Okay,
Thank you.
Panelist number 3. Hello, welcome to Night Think. Who are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I'm Jim Diddley. I'm a hunter. I just wrote a book called You Kill It, We'll Grill It. And talks about all kind of things you can do with all kind of meats. Everything from squirrel on up.
What is your favorite thing to hunt, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, I like slow things. Things I can catch up to. I don't feel like running. I mean, I let my bullets do the talking.
It's low impact hunting. Well, one of the things I'd like to talk about today is, that is the limited seating. People have a lot of restrictions. The Kentucky Derby was last weekend, and nobody was there in person to see it. And indoor dining, will it happen? Won't it happen? Do you think our restrictions are too lenient or too tough?
It's a hoax. It's a hoax. The whole virus is a hoax.
Why do you say so?
Because on Jupiter, there is nothing. They just cram all those little slimy little creatures in. And here, I'm telling you, they want to say the things that are hoaxes are real, and the real things are hoaxes. So
our restrictions are too tough. If it's a hoax, why do we have restrictions? Is that what you're saying?
Because it's a conspiracy. It's a government conspiracy. It's a hoax. It's a hoax.
Panelist number 2, what do you think? Restrictions too tough?
I really haven't taken much notice of the restrictions. I spend most of my time all by myself out in a boat, so I have more socially distanced than anybody. Y'all can do what you want. I am enjoying my time.
Well, that's one way of doing it. And panelist number 3.
Well, we've been having an overcrowding problem down at the house for some time. First of all, I think that Kentucky Derby thing is very sad. We don't have that many things that bring folks to Kentucky. So to have a big one and nobody show up.
It's terrible.
Back of the house, we have a little overcrowding. I mean, Grandma's feet hit me in the face most nights. But I'm doing my best to make sure the forest is clear.
Very, very cool. Very, very nice. My next topic is the stock exchange. With all the turmoil in our country, our stock exchange is climbing. Experts are saying it's going to go through the roof. What do you think? Panelist number 3, the Hunter. We'll go with you first. The stock exchange.
The stock exchange. Oh, that sounds like trading stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I figure I can get 4 fox furs and 2 squirrel for a new bicycle. That's the bigger good trade on my part.
Yeah, that is. It's very, very nice. Anybody else? The stock market.
It's a hoax. It's George Soros. It's the Illuminati. It's the Federal Reserve. It's just a hoax. The whole thing. There's no such thing as money. It's all Bitcoin.
Best thing about the stock exchange I can say is that you just got to be in it for the long haul. You need to have patience. And it takes a lot of patience to just sit there and wait for things to happen.
Before you pull in a big one. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That fella makes a lot of sense.
Well, it is September 11th, a very somber day for people in the United States of America, especially here in New York City. The feeling is very, very grim and a lot of remorse, which brings me to the very important question. Are you a dog person or a cat person?
I brought a Jupiter dog back with me.
Oh, hold it closer to the camera. Let's see. Ooh, yes. And you got that from Jupiter.
I got this dog from Jupiter.
Very interesting. Anybody else? Are you a dog person or a cat person?
I am absolutely a dog person because they're very good at catching catfish.
That's true. And as a hunter?
Let me ask you one question.
What? It's Nertsney. I recognize you, Nertsney. You're from Uranus.
Oh, boy. We're
Why
having
are we echoing?
Well, Sam.
It's the aliens!
Yes.
Who turned something on? Hey, I just want to
They're
answer
taking me up.
Your last question.
Yes.
About cats or dogs.
Yes.
You ever heard of a hunting cat?
There you have it. Well, thank you for being here tonight on Night Think. I'm your host, Lincoln Tunnel. We'll be back again some other time with 3 other experts. Thank you!
Give it up for Lincoln Tunnel on Night Think, the game Hot Topics. Give it up for Tom, Dylan, Jane, and Danny. Danny Roque, of course.
I love that alien effect Jane did. That's nice touch.
All right, our next game is called Blind Date. This is our first time playing a game on this show. Now, in this game, 2 historical figures who don't know each other are on a blind date, and we're going to find out what they have to talk about. I've got a list of 20 historical females and 20 historical males, and I'm going to need numbers from the audience. Give me a male number between 1 and 20 and a female number between 1 and 20. Danny St. Germain is going to play the male between 1 and 20. I'm joking.
I kill you.
The female between 1 and 20, and Dylan White is going to play the male. But you guys have to tell me male or female. You can't just throw the numbers up there. That's what I'm saying. Male. Okay. Thank you, Jen. Jen Green got it right. She put male 20. So that means Dylan White on this date is going to be William effing Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is on a blind date with female 12, according to Jen. And that is Florence Nightingale. So if William Shakespeare and she was a nurse?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. I did have to look her up, though. So.
Okay.
It's
so
the Florence Nightingale effect.
There we go. So we're going to see William Shakespeare and the first nurse ever, Florence Nightingale, on a... No, she wasn't the first. She was a nurse. On a date. Ladies and gentlemen, blind date.
Forsooth. Art thou my date for whom I have been set up?
Oh, I suppose I am. Hello. It's nice to meet you. Oh.
Verily, my lady, It is such a pleasure to be meeting you.
That was very gentlemanly of you. Perhaps we should wash our hands, though, before we start to enjoy any of this food here, yes?
Absolutely, because you never know when someone's been touching a bottom.
That's correct. You never know. I've touched several today. But I have washed my hands. Don't worry.
As you like it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, actually. I just worked with her earlier today. I was training some nurses at the hospital. And yes, hi, thanks.
Oh, yes, I do recognize them, Troilus and Cressida.
Yes, that is her, Cressida. That's her name. That's right. So, what do? You speak very eloquently.
And I like to think that I write as such. I do spend my time as a humble playwright.
A playwright. Well, it's wonderful. I was about to say that I'm a writer as well, but more of a scientific nature. I don't get out much.
And who hath thou trapped? Who hast thou trapped inside your gilded cage?
Oh, no, not get out. I do go outside. I think it's actually very healthy for us to be exposed to the sun and the fresh air. And but no, nobody has to be trapped.
So what is it that you do?
Oh well, I am a nurse. I help people. And
a nurse. Hold
yes.
that thought. That's just what it needs. The nurse goes to Juliet and says, "Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh,
I cannot tell you what a relief that is. I've been stuck on this play for so long.
Glad to be of help. Okay, well, should we order something?
Absolutely. I just you're not a vegetarian or anything?
No.
Okay, because I'm craving just like a little bit of ham, just like a hamlet.
Oh, that's okay. A hamlet. That sounds nice. I wonder if we could get the waiter's attention here. Oh, yes. Hi. So we would like. Hello.
Hello. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Yes.
Thank you. We would like a little bit of ham for him, and if there's any songbirds on the menu.
Yes, we have a lovely starling special.
Starling?
That would be
Starling?
nice.
Okay.
Yes. And nightingales are not in season, they're too hard to get right now. So I would
understand.
recommend a starling under glass. Would that be okay?
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
And wine, lots of wine. Please keep the wine flowing.
And there's some moldy bread in case you need some penicillin. I'll be back.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, all right. Food and wine is on its way. We should be careful about ingesting too much of the latter.
I wouldn't worry about it. I feel like that's just much ado about nothing.
That's I mean, scientifically that's not proven to be the case, but I'm that's okay if you feel that way. Let's see.
Well, I must say I'm very happy with how this is going. I've been on several blind dates recently, and I'm actually very happy about this. This is actually the 12th night in a row that I've been out.
12th night. Oh my goodness. Well, I do. I'm flattered that you're here, and thank you so much for paying for this meal. I know you said that when we were corresponding via mail, and I'm not sure if that's still the case, but I really appreciate it.
I suppose. Well, I could get a little advance from the Queen on my next.
I'm so sorry, Flo. Flo, so good to see you again.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
hi.
I've got to get back to my tables, but aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? I'm an actress. I'm not always a waitress. I'm an actress.
Of course.
We were in battle together. We were all over the battlefield together. She's a great nurse. I'm a nurse too. Well, I mean, an actress.
Well, I must say, I mean, I appreciate it. I can see what I could do to put you in one of my plays. But if you're hoping for something romantic, I must say that on this date, Shakespeare is in love.
Oh, snuffed. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dylan and Dani. What a fun game. Shakespeare found love in Juliet's nurse. I love it. Smart.
Yes. I helped
Brilliant,
you write your book.
Really. Give it up for Dani and Dylan. All right. Next up, I'm going to tell you all a little story about what we have coming up in the very near future here. Time Crunch is coming up, but here on the Vaudacity Network, oh gosh, tomorrow night is a special night. We are doing a tribute show for our very dear friend, Susie Brogan, who... I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Bravely fought cancer for a very long time and gained her wings this past week, and we're paying tribute to her tomorrow night on Polly's online variety show. I hope you can join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. We're doing her favorite songs, her favorite artists, a lot of which are being performed by her favorite, some of her favorite people. So I hope you'll join us. Directly after that is our sister show, or our spouse show, really. Quarantine with Friends is back. They are bi-weekly now on Saturday nights. They begin at 8 o'clock. Come and join our friends, Dan Franklin, Alex Suarez, and Stephanie Renee Wall, who joined us as a guest star a couple of weeks back here on the Suggestion Box. They'll be back with a new show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And, of course, next week we're going to be filled with more entertainment. We've got another live-streamed podcast of Your Creative Journey. That was a lot of fun, our first time this past week on Tuesday night. Thank you, everybody who joined us for that. That was really, really special to have you guys there. Mike West, I know he's completed his move to the YouTubes. I don't know if he's taken on his own thing, so stay tuned for that. Of course, Hunter Ackerman on his Thursday night Lovecast is like quickly becoming like the most popular show on this channel. I don't know why Sexy Jesus just brings his flock, but it's awesome and we love it. We love you, Hunter. And then, of course, this show's back again on Friday night, followed by next Saturday night, the 19th, is a very special fundraiser. It's a tiki takeover of Polly's online variety show. It's a fundraiser for the National MS Society, and we've got celebrity appearances. We've got all kinds of great tiki-themed amazingness. You want to, hopefully you've marked your calendar weeks ago, but it's going to be incredible. So please join us next Saturday night for that. But join us every night. We've got something here on the network because, I mean, it's all fantastic. Am I right? And again, if you are enjoying the show tonight and appreciating these amazing performers, there is a way to say thank you. That's buying a pay what you can ticket to the show tonight. Of course, the show is free, so don't turn off your stream if you can't help out. But if you can, here's a Venmo and PayPal option to support our professional performers tonight who, COVID, the pandemic, it's all a tough time for everybody. We understand if you can't. But if you're able to support them, just go ahead and toss a tip into one of those tip jars, and it'll get distributed amongst the cast, this entire cast. Any tip that goes into those tip jars before noon tomorrow, or if it's afternoon tomorrow, just make a notation for the VIPs, and I'll make sure that they all get it. So that's all the amazing stuff we got coming up. Speaking of coming up, we got another half of a show for you tonight. Starting with Time Crunch. Time Crunch is the game where two players, this game is called Time Crunch. There it is. Two players, they're going to play out a 1-minute scene. Then they're going to cut it in half to 30 seconds. Then cut it in half to 15. Then cut it in half to 7. Cut it in half to 3. And it's going to be the same scene every time. We'll give it up for Tom and Jane, who are going to be playing this one. For this, we need from you, the audience, something that people get obsessed with, something that people either know a lot about or have obsessions with, something people are really into. And we're going to do a scene from a scene that just gets cut in half a bunch of times, just like.
This is horrifying. I've never done this before. Other people bravely have done it. It's like, whoa.
Thank you for saving me from finishing that sentence. That was really, really good.
I'm sorry.
So this scene is, we're gonna go with Stephanie Wall, who I guess is watching. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Steph.
She's dropping suggestions in here. This scene is about Disney. This scene is about Disney. It's going to be 60 seconds, and then 30, then 15, then 7, then 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, Disney.
Oh, honey, I'm feeling really, really faint. We've been outside just too long today.
I know, but I've been really, really looking forward to getting on this ride. I know we've been waiting an hour.
I understand, honey, but we should have waited for a cooler day. It's 106 degrees out today. What were we thinking?
Darling, you said that at our anniversary, if we made it to 20 years, that you would take anything for me, and this is all I've wanted for years, was to finally come to Disney.
Look, honey, there's Goofy. There's Goofy. That's who you should have married. Somebody who could live in this habitat naturally. I can't do it.
Oh, I like Goofy. Goofy. He lets me touch his nose, honey. Oh, what a good actor he is. Oh, good.
Stop.
That was a minute in Disneyland on a hot summer day. Let's see if cutting it in half can make them survive this marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, same scene in 30 seconds. And action.
Honey, I'm so hot. Oh, we've been outside too long.
Mm-hmm. Oh, honey, I don't mind the sweat. I've been waiting for 20 years to sweat this much.
It's 106 degrees. We should have gone. Picked a cooler day, I think. Oh.
Here comes some actor dressed as Goofy.
Oh, honey, look. There's Goofy.
Oh.
I'm going to be
honey,
sick.
You two take a while. I'm just going to go right ahead and touch him. You're not supposed to.
Before we see if this marriage survives 15 seconds, I would just like to say to everyone out there, Goofy's nose does not make a noise. Don't squeeze it. All right, same scene in 15 seconds, and action.
Hey, it's so hot. I've been outside too long.
Oh, you and your schwitzing. Always. For 20 years, I put up with that mush.
It's 106 degrees. What were we thinking? We should have picked a cooler day.
Goofy!
Look, it's Goofy.
They're feeling the crunch. This marriage is
doomed.
What came first, the divorce or Goofy? We're going to find out in the 7-second scene. 7 seconds. And action.
Honey, it's too hot. We were outside too long. Oh, gotcha. I know, but look, there's Goofy.
I think the sweet spot is 7 seconds. Their marriage's sweet spot is 7 seconds. And let's see if they can do it in 3. Let's see if we can do it in 3. Here we go, and action.
Oh, honey, it's too hot. Look, it's Goofy.
Give it up for Tom and Jane.
Give it up, all right. Yeah.
Time crunch. Yeah.
Good work, Jane.
Our next game is questions only. In this game, all of our players are going to play. And, of course, we can only speak in lines that are questions. And as we speak in lines that are not questions, we will be buzzed out of the scene. And the scene is going to begin with Dani, Kerry, Germain, and Dani, Roque. Ladies and gentlemen, questions only. I'm sorry, we need a suggestion from the audience. Anything, I'm like...
I was like, do we get a suggestion?
I was just having fun watching Dani
and go.
All right. So throw a word in the feed, and that's what this scene's going to be about. I'm nailing it as the host. Steph, we can't do your mom every week.
What?
We can't do your mom as you suggest every week.
Well, it's more than a suggestion.
We can't use your mom every week.
Oh, it's getting better.
We can't.
New choice.
Quick.
All right. Pickles. The scene is about pickles. Dani, Roque, Dani, Kerry, Germain, go.
Honey, where did you put the pickles? You know I need them.
You mean the shower?
Oh,
Let's stop
Nothing
now.
the bitch. Oh, sorry.
Dani and Denny, go.
Did she leave?
Damn it!
We're nailing it. Denny and Dylan, go.
Can you try to open this jar?
Do I look stronger than you?
Haven't you been working out?
Aren't you embarrassed and emasculated?
Do you think I have the balls to admit something like that?
Are you trying to win me back?
You don't want to come back?
Do you want to try to open the pickles?
Will you come back if I do?
Only one way to find out.
Oh, we have a
Jane and
buzzer.
Dylan, go.
Who's in? Dylan?
Jane and Dylan.
Dad, do you have a snack?
Do I look like I'm made of Doritos?
Do you have any ice cream?
What does this look like? A dairy farm?
Do you always avoid giving me something to eat?
Can't you see that you need to lose a little bit of weight?
You think this is... Do you think this is fat?
Do you need an extra mirror?
Do you call that being supportive?
Are you talking back to me?
Can I...
Dad, did you knock up the help?
What did you see?
Wasn't that her admitting she was pregnant?
Don't you know how people get pregnant?
Do you need me to open that pickle jar?
Would you please?
Doesn't it look like I can?
Do you think a lot of yourself? I'm out.
Do you like sour things?
Is the pool boy allowed in the house?
Does the color green appeal to you?
Are those Speedos green?
Ooh.
Do you like the taste of dill?
Oh.
Oh, we're done.
Was that it? Are we done?
We are.
Those are questions only.
wham bam.
Give it up for all the players. All of them.
Give it up.
Every single one.
Tom, Dylan, Denny, Dani, Jane, and Dani. Our next game is foreign film. We love this game. It is a foreign film with interpreters at a film festival, of course. So what we need from the audience is the name of the film, but the players are going to be Tom, Dani, Roque, and Denny Siegel. Go ahead and hop on in here. I forget who the actors are going to be. I know we went over this. The actors in the foreign film are going to be Dani, Kerry, Germain, and Tom Carrozza. And translating for you are going to be Dani Roque and Denny Siegel. Now, the name of this movie is Attack of the Dolphins. And this actual film is going to be performed for you in Swedish. You're welcome. Attack of the Dolphins in Swedish, starring... I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here at the Langwa Ewok Film Festival. Our next film is actually a Swedish film, and it is entitled Attack of the Dolphins. Please enjoy.
That poor dolphin doesn't jump as high as the others. It seems he's injured.
Let me try the Heimlich.
Gefern de skeflande. Skefern de sklefan. De fern de dern de burned.
The poor dolphin. After all that work, he still is only barely breathing. Maybe we should just throw him back in the ocean.
Like you wish to throw me back in the ocean of men?
Gefern de skern de dern de bird.
Why do you always make this about you? We're here to save wildlife.
I don't make everything about me. Everything just is about me.
Lande, hunde van de haande. Hunde van de gerd.
It is, isn't it?
Foreign film, too.
Hey. It looks like it might be coming back. Since I hit the thing.
We're back.
Oh, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam Mikulich was hosting the show. I believe he lost power, or that foreign film in Swedish broke the internet. People have been requesting we do Swedish in that game.
I didn't touch anything, is all I know.
That's
Wait a minute.
That is true.
That was about dolphins, so the name of that game must have been Swedish Fish.
Ooh.
Hey.
Don't
I
write
think-
to us and say they're mammals. We know. We
Oh.
know.
I was just
Broke
about to say so.
The internet. The Swedish Fish broke the internet. All right. Without Sam, we will convene later on without you. I'm so sorry everybody at home missed that, because the end of that scene was the most brilliant ending of a short Swedish film that any of you have ever seen.
It answers the
And they
question
haven't
of
ever
life.
seen it.
Never seen. I've
never
never seen.
True.
That's how good it was.
We figured out world peace. As long as 45 people were watching live, we figured out world peace. So
Yeah.
Yep. It's a good time. All right, our next game is called Press Conference. Dylan White is going to be hosting a press conference, and everybody who knows this show, knows the variety shows, knows this game, and knows what we need. And the first thing we need is for Dylan to unplug.
Go away.
And also not look at anything in the YouTube. Don't look at the YouTubes, Dylan. No. All right, so from the YouTubes, what we need is the amazing thing that Dylan did for the press conference. It's something amazing that he did. The celebrity that he was with, what he was wearing, and the location where they were at are the 4 components that we need. So start throwing them up here in the feed. Did we really just... Okay. We're still here.
Oh no.
we out again?
I think we're out. I think it's gone. It
No,
ended.
we're still here.
Are we?
Dylan, those are
Really?
Yeah, Dylan's still blocking on my... It went to the next video for me.
Oh,
But
okay,
here
we
we go.
are.
All
That's
right.
his hand, right? He's not sitting on the camera, right?
I hope
Right.
It's his hand.
He's not sitting on the camera. So...
That
Dylan...
must be lots of people put their hands on the copier machine.
Aw, Dawn is watching. Hi, Dawn. I love it, Dawn. Dawn, it says, Dylan saved a beach whale. He was with Julia Roberts. Stole the Eiffel Tower. So they were in France when they saved a beach whale with Julia Roberts, and they were wearing... I have no outfits that I can see here yet.
And he was
So
in
that's all we
France
need.
with Julia Robert. Wait, what did he do? Did he steal
They
a whale
saved-
They saved a beached whale
in
Well,
France?
Julia Roberts.
wearing wetsuits.
Okay.
Julia Roberts and Dylan saved a beach whale in
France.
France.
Paris. France or Paris? We said Paris first.
Paris?
You said Eiffel Tower, so you
Yeah,
said
let's do Paris. That's fine.
Okay.
There's so many oceans in France that we can do the one in Paris.
Wearing a wetsuit.
How do we bring Dylan back? Like
Wearing what?
A wetsuit. Dylan, come on.
Dylan!
There he is. Hi, Dylan. Come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our special guest tonight, Dylan White. Yes, we're so glad you joined us. We've got an entire amphitheater here of reporters who can't wait to ask you questions. But as the host of the show, I feel like I can ask you the first one. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm very proud of what we've been able to accomplish. I think that, I really feel like I did what anybody would have done. But, honestly, just when the time came, we just needed to step up and do it. And I feel very honored and humbled and proud at the same time.
Pete Moss from the New York.
Sure, you're from New York, Pete. I get it.
Environmental Times. Why are you dripping?
Why am I dripping? Well, after swimming the English Channel, and here you all are, I haven't been able to really, dry off yet.
Jenny Craig from Weight Watchers, and I was wondering why you keep referring to the creature that you helped in the terms that what you've called it.
Well, I mean, I think that might explain why I'm dripping too. When I was working with the creature from the Black Lagoon, I don't actually know his name, so I just went by the colloquial creature. So I'm sorry if that offends you. Yes, in the hat.
Hi, this is Jim Dandy from Seafaring Times. Don't you think you're messing with the ecological makeup when you do things like that?
Well, I mean, I understand that, there are people who would think that, we're kind of like interfering with nature, but I kind of like to think that, when you're doing something in the water, you're part of nature, even though I guess we don't breathe in the water, so maybe we don't belong there. I'm really not sure I understand your question, so I'm going to ask the beautiful young lady in the glasses.
Thank you, Sister Sledge from Theologian Times. I'm just going to piggyback on that to say, when it's a creature's time to go, if our creator has decided such, is it your place to intervene?
Well,
especially the vastness of nature's backdrop?
As a doctor, I took a Hippocratic oath to do no harm, so I would hope to save any creatures I could. So I think saving the whales is a noble thing to do.
Even though it had possibly
I'm guessing I didn't save all the whales, but I did save one. I did save one whale. It was a beach whale.
Yes, that is what I heard.
Yes, Pete Moss again from New York Environmental Times.
Yes, Pete. Yes, you're clearly in New York.
Yes. You had written an article in which you were quoted that the ocean lures you away like a pretty woman. Could you elaborate on that a little?
Well, just like the siren of the sea, and the mermaids, whisking you away.
But why a pretty woman? Why?
Well, because you think of like Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and the red hair. And
I don't think
Roberts
of her.
And Julia Roberts had red hair, so she was the perfect person to help me, achieve this feat.
Hello. J'en suis. I'm from Neighborhood News.
Okay, I was afraid we were doing foreign film dub again. Yes, go ahead.
We are so happy that you come to our neighborhood.
Thank you.
And can you tell me, please, who designed your outfit?
Who designed my outfit?
The skinny.
Julia. I hate to think that Julia Roberts and I were skinny dipping, saving a whale. I wouldn't mind, skinny dipping with Julia Roberts is certainly one thing, but saving a whale I don't think would be very appropriate.
Ooh. Hello, hi.
Yes,
hi.
yes, ma'am.
I'm from the Las Vegas Times, and so I know that you are. How did it feel to achieve this saving of the beached whale with Julia Roberts, nonetheless, in front of just such a massive monument? And how did that that feel to just the backdrop that you were facing?
That's what surprised me at first, and why I felt like this whale really needed to be rescued, since it was, all the way washed up by the Eiffel Tower. So it really wasn't so much about the feeling of where we did it, but what we did, and that we did it together.
And is it true that one of Michael Jackson's children was with you? Not Blanket, but the other one.
Prince
Hey!
Jr.? I didn't name his kids. I don't. Oh, yes,
what you did, a towering achievement, especially so far in the water.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In front of the Eiffel, saving a beached whale in front of the Eiffel Tower was a very odd place to find a beached whale. That's why I figured it needed extra help. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I would assume Julia Roberts, being a movie star, she probably really watches her figure. She probably had light yogurt and light ice cream. It was probably the City of Lights.
Yes. Yes. Well, I mean, where else are you going to find the Eiffel Tower but in Paris? So, yeah. So, any other questions? Yes, you, sir, in the dark shirt.
I got disconnected for a minute. Did you speak on what you were wearing?
Well, someone was alluded that we were skinny dipping, but that's something Julie and I do on totally different occasions.
You lie. You've been telling nothing but lies. You were not naked. That's not your skin. They feel like it.
I didn't introduce myself. My name.
I'm sorry.
The whale.
He froze just as he was about to introduce himself.
Really talking on camera.
Someone please screenshot that and make that his profile picture. Yes,
sir.
Sir.
Lawyers are circling you all because of the law. What were the law? They're all filing law. What?
Lawsuits?
Yes.
Oh, so you couldn't. So yeah. So wearing a 3-piece suit to save a whale, or a Brooks Brothers suit to save a whale. Yes, ma'am, with her hair pulled back.
Yes. Oh,
Go ahead.
well, I was just going to say, still Sister Sledge. I noticed earlier that you had mentioned the lagoon. Do you always dress in colors to match the lagoon that you think you're in? Or were you just trying to look like my habit?
So I was wearing a black suit in the Black Lagoon?
Well, you said you were in the Black Lagoon. I thought you were in.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay, my name is Cool McCool Dude. I write for the Coolest Things Cool Dudes Do magazine. And I covered movie reviews for movies like Point Break and like Endless Summer. And I just like did costume reviews for those movies. And I just loved what you were wearing. I think you're the coolest McCool Dude I've ever met.
Well, thank you very much. Yes.
Hi. Yes.
Hi. Yeah.
Yes, Sylvia from Vegas again.
Sylvia, yes, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So what you were wearing was a little bit controversial in our circle. While you might, I guess you could choose to wear it to one of the pools, it's definitely off trend to cover up so much skin.
Oh,
here in Vegas.
Yeah, because again, I thought you were suggesting that I was wearing my birthday suit, and again, that's something Julie and I do on our private time. But to wear like a wetsuit, I thought that would be the most appropriate thing if we're going to rescue a whale.
And so let's all thank you so much for joining us. Can you please just everybody get your cameras out? And yeah, here we go. Just go ahead and tell us what you did, where you were, who you were with, and what you were wearing.
Yes. Again, I would like to thank you all for coming out to report on myself and Julia Roberts rescuing a beached whale in the middle of Paris while wearing our wetsuits.
Give it up for Dylan.
Hill.
White. Give it up for Dylan.
Dylan.
Let's give it up for our whole cast. Tom, Carrozza, joining us from New York City. New York City.
New York City.
Danny Roque, all the way from the back ship room of Costco. Denny Siegel, joining us from somewhere in Los Angeles. Jane as well, Jane Brucker, also somewhere in LA. Danny, Kerry, St. Germain.
Denny!
From way down south, just north of Tijuana.
Yeah.
Still in California. And again, Dylan White. Let's also give it up for our crew who battled through all these tech issues tonight. Give it up for Sam Miklich. Turn your cameras on Sam and Craig. Craig Jackman. Give it up for Sam and Craig. Craig's been on the YouTube's chat. He's the one who like throws up all that great information. Thank you guys so much. Throws up as in like helps us all out, not like vomits. And Sam.
And our host, Paul.
And Paul?
Yeah.
It's my birthday Monday, so this is sort of my pre-birthday celebration.
Happy birthday, Denny!
All right, this is so much fun when we all sing in unison together over Zoom. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Denny. Happy birthday to you. Wow. 29 again.
Never sounded better.
And one more time, if you are ever able to buy a ticket after a show, now is the time. If you want to support these amazing performers with a pay what you can ticket, here is the link to all of the tip jars on the Venmos and the PayPals. Anything you contribute tonight will be distributed amongst our amazing professional performers. As a thank you to them, we thank you for being here and watching over the webcams, over the internets. And join us next week, next Friday night. Are we still do 8 p.m.? Do we like 8 p.m.? Join us next
This seems to be the deal.
All right.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Some more. Baby bump date.
Baby bump date.
If she just gave birth, it would so raise the ratings.
Right?
She's waiting.
Yeah.
For
I gotta finish Sunday. After Sunday, then.
Oh yeah,
next
Sunday's
week.
their baby show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't talk about it. Talk about it real quick.
That's okay. It's a baby shower. It's going to be an hour long. I will post the link on my Facebook. It's in the event as well, and it's going to be fun. It's an hour, and there'll be some special guests, and we're going to play some baby shower games, and I'm singing a bunch, and yeah, come by.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We hope to see you all tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for Polly's Online Variety Show, followed by Quarantine with Friends at 8. Give it up one more time for our
Thank you,
VIP.
everybody watching.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me join, everybody.
Yay.
Are we still on?
I think so. If there's anything else you wanted to say.
Well.
Should I try to end the thing? I'll
Sure.
try to end the thing. Let's do it. Let's see if that ends it.